On the night of March 8, 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared without a trace, leaving the world in shock and disbelief. This Boeing 777-200ER was en route from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Beijing, China, carrying 239 passengers and crew. What started as an ordinary flight soon became one of the most baffling aviation mysteries in history, capturing the attention of investigators, governments, and people around the world. What really happened to MH370? Let's dive into the details of that fateful day and explore the theories and facts surrounding its disappearance. Flight MH370 was scheduled to take off at 12:41 a.m. from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. The plane was in perfect condition, with no signs of any technical issues, and the weather was clear. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members, a mix of nationalities, mostly Chinese and Malaysians, ready for their overnight journey to Beijing. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid were in command of the aircraft, both highly experienced pilots. Everything appeared normal as the plane ascended to its cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. But this sense of normalcy was short-lived. At 1:19 a.m., the crew of MH370 made their final verbal communication with Malaysian Air Traffic Control. First Officer Farik calmly reported, "Good night, Malaysian 370. Moments later, as the plane crossed into Vietnamese airspace, communication with the aircraft was lost. Air traffic controllers' attempts to contact the plane failed, and it disappeared from radar screens shortly thereafter. What followed was puzzling. Military radar tracking the plane revealed that MH370 had made a sudden and sharp deviation from its flight path. Instead of continuing north toward Beijing, the plane turned sharply westward and then southward, flying back over Malaysia and out into the Indian Ocean. This unexpected change in course raised serious concerns about what could be happening on board. As the hours ticked by, alarm bells began ringing. Malaysia, Vietnam, China, and several other countries initiated search and rescue missions. The search began in the South China Sea, where the plane was last known to be, but yielded no results. With no distress signals, no wreckage, and no clear direction of travel, the search expanded. As days passed with no new information, attention shifted to the vast and remote Indian Ocean. Investigators used data from a British satellite company, Inmarsat, which had received brief automated communications from the plane even after it had disappeared from radar. These signals, known as handshakes, led to the conclusion that MH370 had flown south into the Indian Ocean for several hours before running out of fuel. Theories about what happened to MH370 began circulating almost immediately. Some speculated that a catastrophic mechanical failure had caused the plane to lose communication and veer off course, eventually crashing into the ocean. Others believed it was a deliberate act of terrorism or hijacking, possibly involving the pilots. A third theory, and one of the most widely discussed, involved Captain Zahari himself. Some investigators believe he deliberately turned off the plane's communication systems and took it on a suicidal flight into the Indian Ocean. While this theory is controversial, it remains a point of contention. For over a year, the world held its breath, waiting for answers. Then, in July 2015, a significant breakthrough occurred. A piece of debris, later confirmed to be a part of MH370's wing flaperon, was discovered on the island of Reunion in the Indian Ocean. This discovery reignited the investigation and gave search teams a clearer idea of where the plane might have crashed. The Indian Ocean is one of the most remote and least explored areas on Earth. The vast distances, combined with the ocean's powerful currents, made it incredibly difficult to locate any trace of MH370. Oceanographers believe the debris could have travelled thousands of kilometres from the actual crash site, making the search a monumental task. The disappearance of MH370 sent shockwaves through the aviation industry. Changes were implemented to improve aircraft tracking, including requirements for planes to report their positions more frequently during flights. The incident also led to discussions about the need for more comprehensive and real-time communication systems for commercial aircraft. Technology played a critical role in the search for MH370. Satellite data and ocean mapping technologies were utilised to track potential debris fields and search the ocean floor. Despite the advanced tools available, the search area was immense, and the efforts to locate the wreckage continued for years. As with any major mystery, MH370's disappearance sparked numerous conspiracy theories. Some claimed the plane had been hijacked and secretly landed on a remote island, while others speculated about government cover-ups or alien abduction. While these ideas are far-fetched, they gained traction due to the lack of concrete answers. The families of the passengers and crew were devastated by the disappearance of their loved ones. Many endured years of uncertainty, holding on to hope that the plane would be found. Governments and airlines faced immense pressure to provide updates and support, but the lack of definitive answers made closure difficult. Despite years of investigation, there are still many unanswered questions about MH370. What caused the plane to deviate from its course? Why did the communication systems fail? Will we ever locate the wreckage and discover the full truth of what happened on that fateful night? The disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370 remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. While some answers have been uncovered, the full story is still unknown. The search for MH370 is a testament to the resilience of those seeking the truth, and the case continues to inspire hope that one day all the pieces will fall into place.